2K Sport. So the Houston starting five. Alperon Şengün out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Amen Thompson. Then it's Dylan Brooks. And it's Green in at point guard. And for the Magic, Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the one. Now here's Suggs. Drops in the three.
So cunning and effective in screen and rolls. I really like watching Suggs operate in these sets.
Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
And out of bounds, Houston will have it. All right, let's get a report from Ali.
Earlier, I spoke with the Magic head coach. We talked about how Alperon Şengün can act as a facilitator. Coach said he sees the floor like nobody else. He's got a great mind for the game, and if you let him find his guy out of the high post, he will punish you. No doubt about it, they're aware. He is the engine of this offense.
As always, Ali, we thank you. Now here's Suggs. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
Here's Şengün. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Suggs finds Banchero. Wagner for 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. And stolen by Suggs. Caldwell Pope against Green. And Caldwell Pope gets it to go. The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Brooks. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
A throwback wing. Dylan Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
Carter, a screen on Brooks. Here's Suggs. Pass to Carter. Wide open look. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Inside, shot is up. Thompson, no good. The Magic have gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. Here's Suggs. Misses from short range.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
It's Eason with the jam.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Caldwell Pope for 3. Offensive rebound. Clock at 6. The 3. Brooks with the rebound.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all all by himself.
Seems like every team in the league could use a player like Contavious Caldwell-Pope.
Yeah, Brian, look, the term 3 and D at times seems like a backhanded compliment, but not with KCP. He does both the 3 and the D at elite levels.
Always takes the toughest backcourt assignment and more than holds down his own.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Eason, a screen on Suggs. Outside, Green. Pass to Eason. Fires the 3. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2. Orlando leading by 3. Carter, a screen on Thompson. There's Wagner off the drive. And he dunks it down.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And it's going to be a 3-second call.
3-second violation. Magic ball.
The Magic have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. 58 seconds left in the first quarter here. Pass to Carter. And here's Banchero from the arc. And another 3 for Orlando.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Here's Green. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Wagner with a screen on Brooks. The 3 from Suggs. Knocks down the long J. Suggs has got 6 points.
Yeah, good to see Suggs bury the triple. This will only help with his confidence.
Outside Eason. Pass to Brooks. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a 3-point play. It's on Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Houston shooting their first free throw of the game.
You have to respect Brooks' approach to the game. He's always looking for little ways to improve and wants every year to be his best.
And here's Suggs. 6 points for him. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
11 seconds left in the first quarter. Suggs, right side. Good work defensively by Brooks. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. It's the Magic. They're up by 6. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
On the wings, it's Caldwell-Pope and Wagner. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Suggs in at the point. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic.
And how about the...
Oh, okay!
Oh, my gosh.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Eason against Wagner. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on him in Thompson. Stan, your coaching career started in the 1980s. How are players different today versus then?
Well, look, players have always shared one thing. They want to be the best that they can be, and they want to win games. But the players now are bigger, faster, stronger, and more skilled. The rules have changed, so the game's a little bit less physical, particularly at the NBA level, but the players are just better.
Suggs with the bucket.
You know, a mix of power and agility helps Suggs beat the interior coverage.
Rockets trail by 6. On the wing, Green. He's covered by Suggs. Eason. And that comes off the assist by Green.
3.
Green's got 4 assists in the game.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Outside Carter. The 3 from Banchero. The big man, Banchero, showing the range.
Responding nicely with his own 3, Banchero. This is how competitive this man is.
How about Paolo Banchero, coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball 5, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
And both free throws good for Green.
And for Green, it's about trying to be consistent. He has talent, and he needs to play to his strengths.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. They set the pick. Brooks with the rebound. Brooks has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Easton. They get it again. Thompson outside. Outside for Brooks. 5 on the clock. Back to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Love the control there from Thompson. I mean, showing poise on the pick and roll.
Suggs against Brooks. Wagner outside. And there's the drive. And that one's good. Wagner's got 6.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Here's Green. Green takes it to the rack.
And this guy can just fly. Green lifts off and slams it down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Suggs outside. Pass to Wagner. And he converts the layup. Give him 8.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Graham, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Suggs, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Carter. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Putting in work. Carter Jr. is a lunch pail guy who just goes about his business.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
A line change here for Orlando. Magic on D. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Green, a screen. On the wing, Green. And stolen by Anthony. And the Magic pushing it up now. Here's De Silva. Drains the wing trade. And now it's a 7-point Orlando lead.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Yeah, no question Van Vliet was going to find his man. He has excellent court vision.
Here's Black. Pass to Wagner. From deep. Can't get it to drop. Rockets trail by 5. Van Vliet outside. Outside. Green. Now here's Smith. Out to the right wing. Here's Van Vliet. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, Van Vliet likes to work up close and personal at the basket. Always ready to take it inside.
Anthony against Van Vliet. And the call will be against Fred Van Vliet. That's his first foul.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
11 seconds left in the first half. Wagner with a screen on Green. Black, no good. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Orlando ahead. They lead by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. After a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
I like how they controlled the tempo and played to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Taking a look at the Rockets. We've got Fred VanVleet Green out there with Cam Whitmore. Then it's Jabari Smith, and it's Tate in at the 2.
An impressive athlete. This rookie Whitmore loves getting inside and hammering it home.
Pass to De Silva. Here's Black. Wagner up top. Picked by Isaac. And Wagner hits from deep. Wagner's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
VanVleet, oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And sometimes you forget about VanVleet's speed. When this happens, he's more than happy to remind you of it.
You know, Grant and VanVleet, they've got a guy who's been through everything in this league.
Yeah, B.A. VanVleet's seen it all. He's won a championship. He's been in the All-Star game. He's been on a last-place team. No wonder nothing seems to faze him. Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
Knocks it loose and stolen by Anthony. In transition, here they come. Here's De Silva, and a nice finish on the layup. De Silva's got 5 now.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
Here's VanVleet, deflected. Here's De Silva. He's got 5, and it's all from three-point range. Green, the pass to Tatum. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter.
Orlando foul. Black. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Green. From down in the low post, it goes. Green's got his first 2 points.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Wagner. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Hey, you can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Orlando shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. And both free throws good for Wagner. And the Rockets with possession here. 4-point game. VanVleet scanning the floor. A clear look for Green. And a great assist by VanVleet as that one goes. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. Black passes to Wagner. Here's De Silva. Whitmore defending. There's a screen. 6 on the shot clock. And another miss by Orlando. The Rockets have got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. To the middle. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Pass to De Silva from behind the arc. Orlando again missing. The Rockets have gone 6 of 7 and appearing confident in this half. And that one's good. Green.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
And the call will be against Fred VanVleet. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
Wagner with a screen on Tate. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Wagner. Launches it. Smith with the rebound. Houston in the lead. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Back to Suggs. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Just 5 to shoot. The Magic need to put one up here. And once again, off the mark by Orlando.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Substitution on the court.
There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter here. Here's Green. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Banchero. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's got 7. On the wing, Suggs. To snap the cold streak. Counted from distance. Suggs has got 13.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Fans, it's time to get loud for the 407. Very exceptional as always. Let's hear it for the 407.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Assist from
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some points. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope, and it's Carter in at the 5. That's who's out there for Orlando.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Green. That one is off. Great D that time from Suggs. Caldwell Pope against Brooks. Carter, a screen on Brooks. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Rockets with a rebound. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now. Green against Suggs. Thompson with a screen. Green, the pass to Thompson. Orlando with a rebound.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Pass to Suggs. Just 5 on the clock. Misses in close. Well, Houston's shooting 71%. Their offense has looked unstoppable all game long. Caldwell Pope with it. Checked by Brooks. To tie it up, Caldwell Pope with a drive. And it's good on the layup. And that'll tie this game up.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
Here's Banchero, buried from 15 feet out.
Yeah, I really believe that when they need points, they know they can count on him to deliver.
No question. He has the combination of size and skill to get his shot in these high leverage moments.
On the wing, Caldwell Pope, defended by Thompson. And Caldwell Pope gets it to go. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Magic?
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Yeah, one thing I think they should continue doing is attacking the break. Because right now, this defense has no answer for them when they do this.
Carter, a screen on Eason. Counted. Wagner's gotten 4 this quarter.
A good decision maker with the ball in his hands. Carter Jr. is a capable and willing distributor.
Thompson, a screen on Suggs. Green, the pass to Thompson. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got 6 assists in the game.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
And since the break, both teams are increasing their intensity and really getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
Thompson, a screen on Suggs. Down low. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Smart move with the ball by Green. He didn't like what the play got him, so he gives it away.
And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's foul number 2 for him. Suggs against Brooks. Pass to Wagner. Banchero with a screen on Eason. The kick out to Banchero. Off target from outside. A critical possession with time winding down.
Yep, this is their moment.
54 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Here's Green. Count it!
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
The 3 from Banchero. Oh, the trifecta!
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
BA, that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Orlando making a switch here. Isaacs checked in. 34 seconds left in the final quarter. Now Carter. Pass to Isaac. There's 18 seconds left in the game. Banchero outside. Clock is at 3. Lets the 3 fly. Eason pulls it in. So it's the Magic taking the W in a close one. What a performance they have here at home today.
I'll tell you what. These are the ones.
teams to possess it.
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce. And it really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. George is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard spot. Caldwell Pope feeling her out a bit. And Carroll right side. Kicks it out to Wagner. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
Attack it right away. Once Wagner has the ball, he doesn't even think about it. Take it and go.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
I caught up with Coach Jamal Mosley. We talked about the game plan for Joel Embiid. He told me Embiid might be the hardest matchup in the league. We just have to try to make things difficult on him and make him work for every point. We'll see if they're up to it, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And here is Suggs. After the three-pointer from Joel Embiid. Caldwell Pope for 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Hey, you got to love that response. KCP not wasting any time getting those points back. Right back at him.
And that one, good.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade. Great to see a young guy play that kind of cerebral game. Wagner sees a shooter and gets him set up nicely.
Hits it from three-point range. Maxey's got 5.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And it's Suggs missing. Philadelphia has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Grimes passes to Embiid. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Pass to Suggs. Nine feet out. Carter at the elbow. Caldwell Pope with it. He's covered by Maxey. 4 on the clock. Pulls up on the wing. Not enough on that one as it misses. The 76ers trail by 4. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in.
2 minutes.
Embiid against Carter. Here's George. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid.
One of the things that separates George from other wings is willingness to go inside and do work, to play near the goal.
And that one is good from Suggs. He's got 8.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now, here's Maxey. He's got 5. And like a number of centers in today's NBA, Wendell Carter Jr. continues, Clark, to hone his three-point shooting.
Boy, I tell you what, Kevin, it's almost mandatory necessary for big guys nowadays to be able to knock down not only the mid-range jumper, but the three-point shot. Give credit to Carter Jr. for seeing this growing trend and then working to put it into his toolkit.
And Embiid throws it down.
Dropping the hammer. That's why Embiid looks to get deep inside position.
And it's Carter missing. 76ers trailing. Pass to George. Now here's Embiid. And again, it's Philadelphia.
Embiid's mid-range touch is really improving. It's noticeable.
They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2 for 1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Fires the 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Caldwell Pope's got 6 points.
Love the rise and fire approach from KCP. Gotta be impressed with this guy's confidence.
It's tipped. Here's Maxey. Drills it from outside.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Good if it goes. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. It's all tied in Orlando. And we'll get the... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot. This is out there for Orlando.
Well, you know, Wagner's a pretty consistent shooter, and given opportunities, he'll make the most of them.
They set the pick. Maxey into the lane. Out of bounds. Orlando takes possession. Orlando's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Caldwell Pope with the screen on Maxey. Suggs kicks to Carter. And Wagner has it in the corner. Three-pointer. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Outside, George misses the 3. Well, Orlando shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Pass to Suggs. Puts up a 3. Hands it from downtown. Suggs has got 11.
His teammates expect Suggs to hit these shots, and he doesn't disappoint them.
Here's Maxey. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here's Suggs. 11 points in the game. Maxey against Suggs. Maxey passes to Embiid. Embiid sets the pick for Oubre. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
Clark, we know what a great player Joel Embiid is. He was the 2023 MVP, and he was on that same road until he got injured last season.
Unfortunate to see the big fella Embiid deal with the injuries that he has throughout his career, even going back to his 1 year in college. It's unfortunate, but that has hampered what is a special talent in Embiid.
Here's Maxey. After the basket by Franz Wagner. Oubre, a screen on Wagner. From deep, George. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Oubre, a screen on Wagner. Wagner against George. Fires the 3. Philadelphia with the new shot clock. Tries again. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
Well, that's a smooth-looking jumper by Paul George. I mean, he's one of the more gifted scorers in the league, and there's no place on the floor where he can't hurt you.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. and we have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Oubre passes to George. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Embiid will eat you alive on the offensive board. You've got to box that guy out.
Embiid with the steal. To the middle. Here's Maxey. That's good, and that's Embiid with the assist. And now a 7-point 76ers lead. Going inside. Here's De Silva, and the three ball is good.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
George sets a screen for Embiid. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Anthony with it. Pass to Wagner. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Maxey. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for the 76ers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we've got more in 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum line. They're thinking about the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Abusele out there with Edwards. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Lowry. And it's McCain in at the 2 spot. And here is Anthony. Pass to De Silva. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I would say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Here's Black. After the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Count it. Black's got the game tied up here for the Magic.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Lowry, and he gets the bucket. Lowry's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, love the smooth shot from Lowry. Keeping it out of the defense's reach with the floater.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Anthony looking it over. Pass to Wagner. 5 on the clock. Here's Isaac. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
Well, that fancy alley-oop right there, that move by Drummond, the result of excellent communication with his teammates.
Here's Black. Three-pointer. It's Drummond with the rebound. They swipe it. Outside Anthony. Pass to De Silva. Shoots. The Magic again can't hit.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
And the basket by Edwards.
Loving the energy
right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Now, here's Wagner. Outside Anthony. Just 5 to shoot. Wagner with a screen for Anthony. The Magic again can't hit. The 76ers leading by 7. Here's McCain. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Outside Anthony. To halt the run. It's hauled in by Edwards.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And I thought that was going to drive. It looked good from here.
Bobbed up there for Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
Anthony drives in. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Turning on the afterburners on the drive. Good to see Anthony using his athleticism in these situations.
Pass to McCain. Here's the screen. The 3. Kabusele. Oh, he misses the dunk.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That'll be his second foul of the game. So a new group on the floor for Orlando.
Substitution on the court.
And so here's Orlando. Here's Suggs. He's got 11. Suggs, screen on Drummond. Just 4 to shoot. Wagner from long range. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's McCain. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers in the... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of the game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Suggs in at the point guard position. This is out there for Orlando.
Well, you know, that's the kind of competitive spirit Embiid plays with. I mean, if you knock one down on him, he's looking for you the next trip down.
Wagner with a screen for Suggs. It's Wagner atop the key. Takes it off the glass.
Just punishing the defense from the interior. Wagner doesn't mind scoring against physical defense.
Oubre, a screen on Suggs. Wing shot on the way. The 3 from George. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Caldwell Pope pass to Wagner. Pass break, Philadelphia. Here's Grimes. Got 3 off the mark.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Outside Carter. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Oubre. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Caldwell Pope for three. It's hauled in by George. The 76ers leading by 6. Here's Grimes. Beyond the arc. Embiid dishes to George. Embiid with a screen on Wagner. And stolen by Wagner. One-on-one fast break. And Suggs throws it down.
So tough trying to slow down Suggs, especially when he gets it going, because he's persistent and relentless.
Oubre sets the screen for Embiid. Oh, Embiid too tough inside. The Magic trail by 6. Now Suggs. Pass to Wagner. At the elbow, Banchero. On the clock. Launches it. And it's Wagner missing. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Now Embiid. The tray. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. It's intercepted. Deflects the pass. Pass break. Here come the Magic. To the wing on the left. Banchero a screen on Maxey. To the paint. And there's Banchero on the assist from Suggs.
No shame or fear in this young fella. And Carroll going to take on any big shot. Love seeing that from him.
Embiid kicks to George. Embiid with it. Defended now by Wagner. Embiid the pass to George. The 76ers with another miss.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Wagner with a screen for Suggs. Carter outside. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Here's Banchero. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Embiid with the screen on Suggs. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
Boy, a terrific three-point shooter. Maxey is somebody, I think you've got to be in this airspace all the time.
Banchero dishes to Caldwell Pope. 36 seconds left to play here in the fourth. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
Nothing like being assertive and aggressive in critical spots. KCP coming through for his team.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. One second separating the shot clock and game clock. It's George on the wing, defended by Carter. George with the bucket.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Banchero, a screen for Wagner. A three-pointer, no good. So Philadelphia wins it. A narrow win under difficult. All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll do it, folks.
From this guard matchup.
These guys are lethal one-on-one, but I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. Paul George out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Maxey, and it's Grimes in at the shooting guard. The offensive rebound. Brooks left side. Here's Şengün. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
And this is something Brooks must continue focusing on. When he sets up guys, team chemistry improves.
Embiid is screen on Brooks. Maxey passes to Grimes. Jacks up a 3. Thompson pulls it in. Back comes Houston in transition. There's the 3. The rebound by Embiid. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. And here's Oubre from the arc. The shot no good. The Rockets have gone 1 for 3 so far, despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games. Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Embiid is screen on Brooks. Hits the trifecta.
The pure shooting stroke of Maxey, gifted at draining it from outside the arc.
Outside, Green. And he drives in. And it's hammered home by Green.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Maxey passes to George. Pass to Embiid. 5 to shoot. Screen by Embiid. And here's Oubre from the arc. They get it back. Embiid misses.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
It's stolen by Maxey. Oh, there's the alley. And Embiid throws it down.
I like whenever Embiid's teammates use his size and throw it anywhere near the rim because he finishes it.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Embiid's got 5 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Outside Maxey. He takes it in to the left side wing. And stolen by Green. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Oubre. For 3, Maxey. Knocked away.
2 minutes remaining.
High arcing shot. A nice shot by Grimes. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for the 76ers.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
Decent, good.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The 76ers have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Maxey against Brooks. Maxey passes to George. Here's Grimes. It's stolen by Green. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. And it's hammered home by Green.
And going all out on the break, Green saw his chance and makes it a one-man show.
Outside Oubre. Fires the three. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Green, the pass to Şengün. Now here's Brooks. He's closely guarded. And Şengün gets it to go.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Embiid finds Oubre. Screen by Embiid. Oubre passes to Maxey. 5 on the clock. Kicks it to George. 4-3. Thompson with some nice D. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. From downtown. Rebound by Philadelphia. Pass to Oubre. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
And at the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. The Sixers on top, up 2. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from Philadelphia, what do you guys think?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
Taking a look at Philadelphia. Joel Embiid is out there with Paul George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard. With an MVP trophy under his belt, Joel Embiid has only become more dominant, RJ.
I think that 2023 MVP increased his confidence. It allowed him to feel like he really was the best player in the world. And I think it motivated him to keep pushing himself. And the results speak for themselves because the stats, they back that up.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Joel Embiid is setting records with his scoring. He said, when I get stuck into just being a scorer, that's not the best version of me. I like sharing the ball. As you've seen the last couple of years, the teams that have won, they move the ball. Nothing is static. So that's how we should play. Pretty simple, Brian.
Yeah, great understanding, right? Thanks, Allie. And Şengün gets it to go.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
For 3, George. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Gets the ball and takes the shot. It's that easy for Paul George.
Here's Green. Joel Embiid pulls it down. The Sixers leading. And here's Oubre from the arc. Can't get it to go. He's made 3. He's missed 3 so far. Now here's Brooks. He's guarded closely. Drops in the layup for 2. Brooks has got 6.
A throwback wing. Dylan Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
And it's Maxey missing. The Rockets have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Brooks drives in. And the call will be against Alperen Şengün. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And it's a completely new group for the Rockets. Philadelphia's gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
It's Van Vliet with a drive. Can't get it to fall. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Maxey finds Embiid. Back to Maxey. A deep 3. The Rockets pull it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Van Vliet.
2 minutes.
Nice move. And he lays it in.
Well, Van Vliet likes to work up close and personal at the basket, always ready to take it inside.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Oubre, a screen on Van Vliet. For three, Maxey. Doesn't go that time. For Houston, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Here's Smith. Uses the glass on the layup.
And there's the length of Smith at work. Playing big on the interior.
Embiid, a screen on Van Vliet. Here's Maxey. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, we'll take it.
Yeah, the defense was caught unprepared by Van Vliet. He just shoves his way past the contact into a shot.
Pass to Embiid. And an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And it's a completely new group for the 76ers. 54 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball.
And draining it from the corner. Lowry doesn't pass up shots like these.
The Rockets trail. Outside, Green. That's good from Tate on the assist by Green. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
And Lowry launches it from deep. Had the space there, but it's offline. For Houston, they've gotten 8 of their first 10 to go. Great shooting here in the second quarter. Yep, that one goes. And it's a 3-point Rocket lead.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And there's a pick. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Edwards outside. Rebound by Van Vliet. Got it off in time. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's Houston up 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Boy, we've seen Kelly Oubre really having a great game.
He's been so disruptive defensively in the first half. His fast hands pick plenty of pockets.
Not only does he have solid defensive instincts, he just plays extremely hard. And I know people might not realize this, but that is a skill, and it is very difficult for the opposition. It is a recipe for disaster.
We've got Jayshawn Tate, Smith out there with Jeff Green. Then it's Fred Van Vliet, and it's Whitmore in at the small forward position. And that's the group for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. We know how great Joel Embiid is, but he simply hasn't been as effective in the postseason.
Part of that is because of all the defensive attention he gets. We know things tighten up in the postseason, and things become much more challenging. That's why he needs a better supporting cast.
Lowry. For 3. And Drummond with the jam.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
Here's Yabusele, back to Edwards. Nails it from 3. And the 76ers lead by 2. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away. Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. There's a screen. Lowry with it, guarded now by Whitmore. And here's Edwards outside. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
And that's how you orchestrate the offense. Lowry showing the vision and the unselfishness.
Pass to Whitmore. Van Vliet with it. He's guarded by Lowry. Van Vliet, the pass to Smith. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots from the baseline. Jump shot is good that time. Van Vliet's got 6 points.
And clearly from mid-range, Van Vliet seems pretty comfortable. As long as he likes the angle, that's a shot he can make.
For 3, Lowry. Drummond to screen on Van Vliet. And Lowry puts up a deep 3. Puts up a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. He's got 6.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Here's the break. And Edwards puts up a deep 3. That's good. And so Lowry with the assist. And now a 7-point 76ers lead.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Left side, Whitmore. And here's Green from the arc. Hits the 3-pointer. RJ displaying at a faster pace. Work the same in the regular season as it does in the playoffs?
Depends on the opponent. Teams that like to slow it down and can be methodical in the half court can make it a slugfest. You have to be ready for that.
And Drummond with the jam.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And here's Lowry from the arc. It's hauled in by Houston.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Van Vliet, the pass to Smith. Now here's Tate. There's the triple. Knocks down the long J.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
And here's Lowry from the arc. They get the rebound.
Rockets foul. Jeff Green. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
So it's Philadelphia now. 3-point lead. Lowry, good.
Going in with the artful shot, and Lowry knew that situation called for grace, not power.
Outside, Green. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Thompson finds Şengün. 6 to shoot. Green against Lowry. And it's Green missing. The Sixers lead by 5. The 3. Brooks with the rebound.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
3-pointer. That's good from Eason. On the assist by Şengün. Eason's got 6.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading buckets. Sixers ahead, up by 2. And we'll be back. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates, leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Paul George out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Kelly Oubre. Then it's Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2. Outside, Green. Pass to Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Smart pass from the quick-thinking Maxey. Outstanding at finding uncovered teammates.
And here is Green. The rebound by Maxey. And George launches it from deep. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now. Outside, Green driving inside, and it's hammered home by Green.
So quick on the drive. When Green is slicing with confidence, he is hard to stop.
Oh, nice job, Embiid.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Şengün. Misses the 3. Philadelphia leading by 3. Here's Grimes. Off target from 3-point range.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
And he makes it.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Maxey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Continuing to work, no give from Maxey, even amongst the bigs.
3-pointer, Brooks. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Brooks against Maxey. Out to the right wing. Now here's Embiid. Tightly guarded. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Right side, Oubre. Shoots over Eason. And again, it's Philadelphia.
Those mid-range looks will be there for him. Nice work to capitalize.
Eason, a screen on Maxey. Green with the ball. Guarded now by George. Eason. It's rebounded by George. The 76ers have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. To the inside. Oh, nice shot by Grimes.
And that's one of the underrated aspects of his game, his passing. He knows the defense expects him to finish the job, but he just drops off a dime.
And here's Green from the arc. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
Pass to Maxey. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. That one falls.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Green against Maxey. Floats one. Takes the hit and scores inside. Green.
There are guys that will take that shot, and there are guys that will make that shot. Green is one of those guys that will make that play.
Embiid a screen on Brooks. Here's Maxey. Brooks with the rebound. Houston has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Green. .55 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Maxey against Brooks. Inside. Oh, Embiid punishing the basket.
Never one to turn down the big moment. Joel Embiid knocks it down.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Here's Green. Money.
How about Jalen Green stepping up, showing poise in a big spot?
And so here is Philadelphia. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's his first foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
First team foul.
George outside. Maxey with it. Puts up a 3. It's good from beyond the arc. 5 ticks left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Philadelphia with the W. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have two choices. You can either...
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson.
EA Sports. Now the starting group for Orlando. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Wagner in at the small forward. And for the Rockets, they've got Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Brooks, and it's Thompson in at the small forward position. Instead, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
Putting his size to use. Green's got great length, and it helps him there inside.
Suggs kicks to Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Eason, screen on Suggs. Green, Carter pulls it in. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Well, there's a unique profile for Wendell Carter Jr. A tremendous rebounder and shooter, and how he's playing on a pretty good team, and he's a big reason why.
He sure is. Look, he's really big at 6'10", 270. All right, top 20 in the league in rebounding and effective field goal percentage. Can shoot the three. Great blend of size, skill, and toughness.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Caldwell Pope with the screen on Eason. And it's Wagner missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Wagner following the score by Houston. Caldwell Pope for 3. They get the rebound. The shot by Carter, nobody around. From outside, off the mark. Rockets trail by 3. Inside, it's tipped. And here's Banchero. Suggs passes to Wagner. Suggs against Eason. Bangs home the trifecta. Suggs has got 5 now.
Oh, terrific move offensively from Suggs. He is locked in on that shot and finishes.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Now, here's Suggs. He has 5. Here's Banchero. Pass to Suggs. 6 on the shot clock. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Now Suggs, Caldwell Pope for 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
An effortless range. KCP doesn't always hit for a high percentage, but when he does hit, he makes it look good.
Eason against Banchero. Brooks, the pass to Eason. Back to Brooks. Suggs against Green. Pass to Eason. Kept alive by Houston. Here's Sengun. And Sengun throws it down.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Now, here's Suggs. Wagner kicks to Banchero. Wagner with a screen for Banchero. Carter outside, down to 5 on the shot clock. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Caldwell Pope's got 5.
And sweet drive there. KCP, a smooth operator with terrific straight line speed.
Eason finds Green. Thompson outside. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
That will count. No good that time. And that does it for the first quarter. Magic lead by 5. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
Tari Eason is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then there's Jalen Green. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Brooks in at the 2 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Wagner against Eason. This one for 3. Offensive rebound. Rockets trail by 5. Here's Green. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Showing off the athleticism. Green's eyes light up when he's on the break. Easy to see why.
Where there's a lot of emphasis on 3-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Eason passes to Şengün. Out to Thompson. Houston moving the ball around. Eason finds Green. Eason, a screen on Caldwell Pope. 4 on the shot clock. It's good. This game is all even. Green's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Caldwell Pope for 3. It's good from long range.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. To the middle, and stolen by Şengün. And here's the break. 3-pointer, Brooks. Rebound by the Magic.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. From deep 3-point land, Eason grabs the board.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. A new lineup here for Houston for the Magic. The Magic have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Although they were eliminated in the first round, last season was a success stand for the Magic.
It sure was, Kevin. I don't think many people had them even making the playoffs, but they fought hard, pushed the Cavs to 7 games, and gained valuable playoff experience.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And stolen by Whitmore. And it's Houston on the break. And it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
It's stolen by Anthony. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Here's De Silva. Back to Anthony. Five to shoot. Top of the key, Isaac. Releases. Rockets with the rebound. Now here's Van Vliet. Still yet to score. And it's a foul called on Mo Wagner. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Tries to keep it alive.
Well, that's just great awareness. He was ready and took advantage.
Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. Orlando shooting their first free throw of the game.
Silva.
41 seconds left to play here in the half. Van Vliet against Anthony. Pass to De Silva. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Green passes to Van Vliet. Green with a screen on Anthony. 5 on the clock. Van Vliet kicks to Green. Three-pointer. Knocks down the 3-ball. Isaac outside. There's Wagner with the 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Runs. You're thinking about the shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And so in the game for the Magic, they've got Anthony. Isaac out there with Mo Wagner. Then there's Black. And it's De Silva in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
So, Stan, we have a second-generation player in front of us, and next to us is dad, Cole Anthony. He has his dad's gift, don't you think, for passing the ball?
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot more scoring gift than his dad had. You know, the thing I love about what Cole has done, though, I respect so much, is he's accepted that role coming off the bench, and he's been such a great weapon for them.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Here's Whitmore. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Orlando leading. Here's Black. Isaac outside. Down low. Looking for Anthony and gets it there. Pocket 6. On the wing, Isaac. Pulls up on the elbow. Another miss by Orlando.
Well, when you get that kind of look inside, you have to capitalize.
Green kicks to Smith. For the lead. Hits the three-point bomb. Green's got 6.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Kicks it out to Wagner. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points.
First team foul.
Here's Whitmore. Hasn't made one yet. As a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part of it.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that. Puts so much pressure on the defense.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. VanVleet's a strong finisher for his size.
Working his way from scout to head coach, Jamal Mosley was a longtime assistant under Rick Carlisle. He has paid his dues, Coach.
Yeah, and Kevin, I really admire the guys that put in the time, as you say, pay their dues and get themselves ready for when they get the opportunity. There's a lot of outstanding younger coaches in this league, and Jamal Mosley's as good as any of them.
Yep, I would agree. Isaac with a screen for Anthony. Pass to Isaac. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Carter on the wing. Wagner outside. Just 5 on the clock. The Magic again can't hit. And here are the Rockets now. They're on a 14-4 run right now. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Eason passes to Green. Teardrop shot.
And once the G League took it to another level, Green skipped college, became the #2 overall pick in the draft, and that's really changed the landscape.
For Houston, Jalen Green.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Suggs against Brooks. Back to Suggs. Out to Carter. He gets it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. The third quarter comes to a close. The Rockets on. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Thompson is out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Alperen Şengün. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Green in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Green with the ball. Defended now by Wagner. Thompson looking for an opening. And Thompson throws it down.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Pass to Caldwell Pope, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
The assist goes to
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Now Carter, guarded by Green. That's good. The Houston lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Carter.
Bully ball at its finest there. Carter Jr. brings a physical presence to this team.
To the inside, Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
He breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure power.
We could feel that one all the way over here. To the middle. Banchero kicks to Suggs. Shot clock at 6. Nice D from Brooks.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Pass to Eason. Here he goes. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Sinks the triple. Thompson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Rockets.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Almond will blow right by you. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, put so much pressure on the defense.
Outside, Green. Houston needs to get a shot. Şengün with a wide open look. Great look, but off the mark. The Magic trail by 4. Banchero passes to Suggs. Kicks it out to Banchero. Pass to Wagner.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Banchero, a screen for Wagner. And there's Banchero on the assist from Wagner.
He better get used to these late game scenarios. Banchero getting a nice taste of it right there.
Inside. And he dunks it down.
Well, Brooks is always working hard for this team, and here it pays off with a huge basket.
Wagner against Eason. Pass to Suggs. His 3-pointers off the mark. Houston leading by 4, and it's Brooks in the corner. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. With the layup. The Magic have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Here's Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
Now pick and roll. Carter does a great job of positioning himself for catch and finish opportunity.
Suggs against Green, and that's a foul called on Franz Wagner. That's foul number 2 for him. Isaac's checked in for Wendell Carter.
Checking in for the Magic. Number 1, Jonathan Isaac.
Green against Suggs. Thompson, a screen on Suggs. Down low. And Thompson slams it home.
Big time basket at a big time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
Green with the ball. Picked up by Suggs. against Green. Pass to Brooks. Shot clock at 5. Back to Green. Over Suggs. And it's Green. Missing. And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
Substitution on the court.
Caldwell Pope outside to win the game. Got it! Oh, what a hit!
That is such a tough shot.
With your score.
Down it goes at the buzzer. Boy, doesn't get any better than that.
Unreal. What a finish. Nothing better than a buzzer.
a lot of their action runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, B.A., and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively, too.
I'll look at Orlando's opening lineup. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Wagner in at the 3, the small forward. Kicks it to George. Oubre, a screen on Wagner. George passes to Embiid. Three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Carter. Carries it down low.
When they get it to Carter Jr. down low, it's normally a fruitful trip.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. He said watching tape in preparation for this game, Wendell Carter just kept showing up. Whether it was on the boards, being in the right position defensively, or even stretching the floor at the offensive end. Carter makes a lot of plays that help his team. Brian?
Okay, thank you, Allie. 3 on the clock. Here's Maxey. With the clock winding down. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Boxing out Embiid has to be a focal point for them, or else he'll continue to eat them up on the offensive glass.
And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Banchero the screen. Fires for 3. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
For 3, Maxey. George finds Maxey. With the teardrop. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Carter, a screen on Oubre. Wagner for 3, and another 3 for Orlando.
Wagner always a threat from downtown, and I love the efficiency and solid mechanics of his shooting stroke.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Knocked loose, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wagner.
Still Sixers ball.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
Zero hesitation. Maxey, great confidence in his mechanics and his work.
Suggs against Maxey. Suggs, the pass to Wagner. Back to Suggs. Shot clock at 5. Oh, they get a hand on it. The 76ers have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Maxey with it. Now guarded by Suggs. Grimes, the pass to Maxey. Here's George. Back to Maxey. Clock at 6. And he makes it on the layup. Maxey's got 7.
Not just the perimeter threat now. Maxey very adept at converting in close, too.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Off target with the 3. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
So it's Philadelphia now. Orlando making their last shot. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Now here's Suggs. No made baskets yet. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball.
Sixers ball.
The 76ers have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Maxey passes to Grimes. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Great pass by Maxey there. This guy really clever at finding ways to get his teammates involved.
Carter from outside. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. Suggs against Maxey. 24 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Grimes. There's the triple. Excellent D there from Caldwell Pope. Now here's Wagner. Now here's Suggs. Outside Carter. There's the 3. Buries it from 3. Carter's got 5.
3.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Sixers ahead, up 1. We'll get right back to the action. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Sixers, what do you guys think?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
They've got Joel Embiid. Paul George out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Tyrese Maxey, and it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Brian, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Carter. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. No points so far. 6 on the shot clock. Banchero the screen. Jacks up a 3. Caldwell Pope's shot is off.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
George, good.
One of the things that separates George from other wings is willingness to go inside and do work, to play near the goal.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. Suggs with a screen on Oubre. Wagner for 3. Fires in the triple. Wagner's got 6.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Orlando leading. And Suggs, here we go. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Tell you what, off the drive, Suggs vertical, really something to behold. Good luck trying to stop this guy when he comes at you like that.
Maxey surveys. Pass to Grimes. Wagner outside. There's the drive, and the layup is good off the glass. And now it's a 6-point Magic lead.
Wagner saw the opening and took off, slashing with the best of them.
And the Magic surprising many league-wide, Clark, with how they've broken through.
And the way they're winning, I might add. I mean, rugged, physical defense is their identity and calling card. Not necessarily what you expect to see from a young team, B.A.
Carter against George. Carter, the pass to Suggs. That 3's off the mark. Philadelphia has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Here's George, and George with the jam.
George playing strong down low. Love to see him finish with authority.
Carter on the wing. Lays it up and in on a nice reverse. Carter's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Embiid, a screen on Suggs. Maxey with it. Wagner picks him up. Goes up. Maxey passes to Embiid. Shot clock at 6. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Here's George. Here's Oubre. The kick out to Maxey. Here's the pick. Pass to George. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
How about George going to the floater, showing he's got some tricks up his sleeve. Way to go, PG.
Ben Carroll right side. Ben Carroll the screen. Caldwell Pope finds Suggs. From deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Suggs has got 5 now.
Oh, some staggering display of range here. I mean, that took some serious confidence.
Maxey passes to Oubre, and there's the screen. Fires from the wing. Orlando with the rebound.
Got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
The 3 from Suggs. And another 3 for Orlando.
His teammates expect Suggs to hit these shots, and he doesn't disappoint them.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Counted from distance. He's got 10.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Wagner outside. Gets it up. He knocks it down. Wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this one. And hold up. The officials signaling that they are going to take a look at this replay.
Yeah, the replay makes it obvious. I mean, he got that shot off in time. It should be an easy decision for the officials.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. We have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
And so it's the Orlando Magic closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. We'll be right back. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often. But in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
On the court for the Magic, we've got Cole Anthony. Mo Wagner is out there with Jonathan Isaac. And it's Black in at the point guard position. There's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
That won't fall. Can't drop his first one. Orlando leading by 7. And here comes the break. Isaac, the pass to Black. The rebound by Yabusele. Philadelphia's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. Pass to Lowry. Count it.
Lowry is a fearless scorer despite his lack of size, and he's never one to back away from the trees inside.
Anthony, the pass to Wagner. Lets it go from deep. Drops in the 3. And the Magic lead by 8.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
Clark, the Sixers have been at least 10 games over 500 for 7 straight seasons now.
Yeah, and that's great to see after, what was it called? The process that took them all the way to the very depths of the league to finally build themselves back into a consistent playoff team. And their fans certainly deserve good times for struggling through all of those bad times several years ago.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Sinks it from distance.
A good display of Lowry's court vision there. Nice feed to the open man.
Now here's Anthony. Defense right on him.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Here's Black. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Anthony. Here's De Silva. Drummond grabs the miss. Lowry surveys the D.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Orlando with the rebound. Here's Black. Isaac outside. Here's the 3. Not going to go that time. Here's Drummond. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got 4 rebounds now. Takes it inside. Out to Anthony. Wagner outside. Launches a 3. And McCain pulls it down. 76ers trail by 5. And Lowry with the bucket on the assist by Drummond.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Back to Anthony. Pass to De Silva. Wagner with a screen on Edwards. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. A big group substitution here for Orlando. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Wagner. Banchero comes in for Isaac. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Anthony. And it's Jalen Suggs in for Black. With the step back. Here's Yabusele. To the wing on the left. Good chance here for Drummond. Oh, he buries the 20-footer. Drummond's gotten his first bucket of the night.
And, you know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
Right side, Caldwell Pope. The layup misses. 76ers trail by 4. With the floater. And that one's good. Lowry's got 6 in the quarter.
Going in with the artful shot, and Lowry knew that situation called for grace, not power.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
That's good from Suggs. And the Magic making a change here.
Jalen Suggs. 2 shots.
Second free throw, no good.
And the future Suggs has is certainly promising. An effective combo guard who can really get it going at times.
That'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. Orlando ahead. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Paul George. He's out there with Kelly Oubre. Joel Embiid is out there with Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Suggs. Banked it in off the glass. And the Magic lead by 5.
Boy, that's just the toughness basket by Suggs right there. Remember now, this young man was an all-state football player in high school.
And the Magic shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Here we go, the Sixers on the break. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Oubre finds Maxey. Let's go with a 3. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Every time Maxey steps on the floor, you expect a big scoring night. Tyrese can explode offensively at any time.
Suggs, the pass to Batadze. Kicks it out to Wagner. Caldwell Pope, a screen on Oubre. 5 to shoot. Wagner for 3. Hits the trifecta.
Well, you know, Wagner's a pretty consistent shooter, and given opportunities, he'll make the most of them.
Maxey passes to Grimes. Back to Maxey. Fires from deep. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Maxey against Suggs. Pass to Batadze. Back to Suggs. Over Maxey. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Suggs handling his business so far in this one. Really putting the work in on the offensive end.
Embiid a screen on Suggs. Maxey passes to George. Back to Maxey. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
No fear in Maxey, folks. This guy is ready for the big moment and welcomes the challenge.
Philadelphia foul.
The Magic making a switch here. Carter's checked in.
Personal foul. First team foul. Magic
Tries to save it. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Carter on the wing to the middle. Here's Wagner. Shoots over Oubre. Caldwell Pope for 3. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in the game. Maxey against Suggs. Screen by Embiid. Here's Maxey. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Maxey's got 10 points now, just in this quarter. The Magic have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Caldwell Pope finds Banchero. Wagner with it. Suggs surveys the D. Clock at 6. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Jalen Suggs was known for knocking down big-time hoops in college, and we're already seeing it translate here in the NBA as well. Great confidence from that young man.
The kick out to Maxey. With some arc. The rebound by Carter.
Ooh, he really came close to leveling the score there.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for them.
Second team foul.
Maxey against Suggs from behind the arc. And nails the tray.
Suggs adding another big play to his resume. Incredible.
Maxey against Carter. 3-pointer Embiid. That shot is off.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit. When you look at it, I think he rushed that 3 a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
Caldwell Pope's shot is off.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
And it's Maxey missing. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Suggs, the pass to Wagner. Back to Suggs. Picked by Carter. 6 to shoot. Back to Wagner. Puts up a deep 3. No good there. So the Magic win it. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark County.
Matchup we have here in the front court ring.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
And the Houston Rockets starting 5. They've got Jalen Green. Tari Eason is out there with Thompson. Then it's Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the 5 spot. He gets it in there. Şengün's got the first points up on the board for the Rockets.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Back to Maxey. Fires from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
A tough shot for most guys, but Maxey puts a smooth stroke on it.
And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Eason with a screen for Green. To the paint. And the dunk by Eason.
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
So RJ, the Rockets last year, they were exactly at 500. 41 up and 41 down.
Still, they missed the play-in by 5 games. In the East, they easily are in. That just tells you how difficult a rebuild in the Western Conference is. And Houston is up against it.
Here's Embiid. That one's in, his first shot this game.
This is why they feed Embiid. His teammates trust his ability to get the job done.
Thompson outside. Houston moving it around. Down low. And Thompson throws it down.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
And George with the stuff.
And holding nothing back there. George gives the dunk his all.
Eason passes to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Shoots. Again, Philadelphia.
Always quick to strike. Maxey just stops and pops, pulls the trigger.
Here's Green. Lays it up off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Maxey, no good. Houston leading by 3, and here comes the break. Eason finds Şengün. Oubre with the steal, and here they come. For 3, it's good. Nice touch there from Maxey. Maxey's got 8 points.
Recognize the D is closing in. Maxey letting it go.
Green, the pass to Eason. Offline with his 3. Philadelphia's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
Here's Maxey. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
What an adjustment by Maxey. That will be available.
The drive by Green. Pass to Şengün. Here's Eason. The Rockets again can't hit.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Maxey passes to Embiid. It's stolen by Green. Jumps up, and Green slams it in.
Oh, explosive energy from Green off the steal. Running the floor like no one can stop him from getting to his shot.
Maxey looking it over. The Rockets pull it in.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Grimes passes to Oubre. 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's the floater. George, no good. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. At the elbow, it's Şengün. Out to Brooks. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist. Brooks has got 5 points so far.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
Grimes. Green with the rebound. Pass to Şengün. Eason gets a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Left side, George fires for three, and that one released in time, but no good. On his first quarter of play, we've seen plenty of offense so far. Rockets lead by 3. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Houston.
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Kelly Oubre out there with George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Offensive rebound. Embiid powers it down.
The reach of Embiid with his size and wingspan, he's a real threat on the offensive glass.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways, I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks. Back to Green. And Green slams it in.
Let me tell you this, if you've got a vertical leap of 40 inches like Green, you're just going to be able to glide to the rim like that.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach.
Oh, yes! Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Here's Brooks and the powerful one-handed slam.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Brooks against Maxey. Outside for George. Oubre outside. Clock at 4. No good with the triple. Rockets leading by 5. Pass to Şengün. There's the steal. And now the 76ers on the break. Maxey, no good. Rockets have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Eason passes to Thompson. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Maxey kicks to George. Embiid sets the pick for George. Pass to Embiid. Over Şengün. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Joel Embiid.
Paul George.
Green against Maxey. Embiid with the steal. Here's Grimes. Brooks covering. Thompson against Maxey. Here's Grimes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Denied.
24-second shot clock violation. Houston ball.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Houston making some changes. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations. He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Outside Lowry. Tries it from the top of the key. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Smith the pass to Van Vliet. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Van Vliet's got the lead up to 8 now for the Rockets. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Rebound by Smith.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And that one's good, Whitmore.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to Yabusele. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Houston now. They're on a 16-6 run. And stolen by Drummond. For three, Edwards. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Oh, great feed by Lowry. He'd rather pick up an assist than score a bucket.
Van Vliet up top. A shot by Tate with no one around. No good on the triple. And so it's the Houston Rockets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great for thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what we're seeing from Tyrese Maxey.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
So on the floor for Houston, Green is out there with Smith. Then there's Jayshawn Tate. Then there's Whitmore, and it's Van Vliet into the one. McCain's shot is off. Rockets leading by 8. Here's Whitmore. Van Vliet on the wing while recovering. Van Vliet against Lowry. Van Vliet can't get it to go. And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
First team foul.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Whitmore, and Whitmore throws it down.
Assisted by.
Oh, man, when Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
Pass to Lowry. Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. Lowry's got 5.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the three.
Van Vliet against Lowry. In the corner, it's Whitmore. Six to shoot. Chalk up 2 there. He has 7.
And Whitmore a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
The drive by Lowry. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Edwards. Lays it up and banks it in.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Fleet way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Personal foul. First team foul.
For the three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And Van Vliet, not the same scorer he once was, Richard, but he has improved his playmaking.
And that's the adjustment that Van Vliet needed to make. The scoring doesn't always have to be there for him. But if he can set up, facilitate, and be a game manager, he'll find a large role.
Here's Van Vliet. Green kicks to Smith. Now here's Van Vliet. He's guarded closer. It's Drummond with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Yabusele. Lowry with the ball. Picked up by Van Vliet. Drummond a screen. 5 on the clock. Baseline J on the way. Edwards, no good. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
Rockets leading by 5. Pass to Tate. And 1:01 left in the third. Back to Van Vliet. There's the drive. And the wide open shot from Green. That's ball. Great assist by Van Vliet. And the Rockets lead by 8.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
Out to Edwards. High arcing shot. Count that one. Edwards got 5 now.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Van Vliet against Lowry. Pass to Tate. And Tate throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And here's Smith, still without a basket. Yep, it counts.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
And so it's Houston with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best.
All right, everybody.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Rockets leading by 10. We've got Joel Embiid, Kelly Oubre out there with Paul George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Here's Şengün. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Assist from
Şengün's got the lead up to 12 now for the Rockets. Maxey against Brooks. Pass to George. Outside, Maxey. That 3 off the mark. Houston's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. The drive by Green. Oubre against Eason. Now, here's Şengün. Shoots over Embiid. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers trail by 12 and stolen by Şengün. Pass to Eason. Out to Brooks, to the left wing. Lets it go with the three. Good on the triple. And the Rockets lead by 15. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Houston.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And they're also finding a good deal of their points off turnovers tonight. Seems like every time they come up with an extra possession, they find a way to convert.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Kelly Oubre. And Alperen Şengün continues to prove himself, RJ, as one of the game's most promising big men.
Oh, a lot of it is because of his passing ability, Kevin. Shades of Nikola Jokic out there. Having a big man who can distribute like Şengün is a real luxury.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Down by 15. The quick look, no good that time. Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Count the basket. Şengün's got 6 here in this quarter.
Oh, smart dish there by Brooks to a wide open man, getting him the assist and his team some needed points. And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Eason passes to Brooks. Pass to Şengün. There's the triple. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Stolen by Thompson. Now Şengün from deep. Green. It's hauled in by George. Maxey against Green. Oubre outside. From deep. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Thompson. Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
With some art, the shot's good.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Şengün with a screen on Maxey. Here's Green. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers trail by 17.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Houston.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Şengün.
Honestly, I just love how relentless he is on the grass, making a big effort to pull the ball in and give his teammates extra chances.
Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Buries it from 3-point range. 54 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. For Houston, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Green, the pass to Eason. Thompson with it. And some nice passing there by Houston. 6 on the shot clock. Green dishes to Thompson. Houston needs to get a shot off. There's the 3. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. It's stolen by Eason. Brooks with it. Pass to Eason. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. And the Rockets lead by 20.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
So we see Houston taking the W here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know,